I've got this feeling to high-five the sun, dance in the rain, and have my scoop of fun. I'm on my way to flavor my day with something new, and I've got room for you. Let loose and live a little, get close and share a little, give in and taste a little. You'll fall in love with Creamery Novelties. Love life and live a little, get close and share a little, give in and taste a little. You'll fall in love with Creamery Novelties.
Enjoy Creamy Novelties ice cream, distributed by Ferrens Foods. Live a little.
Who's a little man with a lot to offer? He is the Harris Spence man who sells the best for ladies in so many colors. He's a Harris Spence man for a better pain and a better price. Check the little man for some self-advice. It's a raining inside, outside. You'll be satisfied when you use Harris Spence. It's a raining inside, outside. You'll be satisfied when you use Harris Spence.
We ready for the road, we ready for the road. We first national, your next move bold. We ready for the road, we ready for the road. We first national, your next move bold. Get ready for your next ride with the drive ahead from First National Bank. Enjoy up to 100% financing and rock bottom interest rate on new vehicle loans. Because we're not only here for you, we're driving ahead with you. For the road, we first national. Your next move, visit one of our partner dealerships, any First National Bank branch or firstnationalbankonline.com today. Promotion runs through November 50th. Terms and conditions apply.
Color, creativity, music, and pure youthful vibes. This Sunday, July 12th, take over the road for Lucian Junior Carnival Parade of the Bands along William Peter Boulevard from 10 a.m. Watch the next generation of masqueraders bring the spirit of Carnival to life with vibrant costumes, music, dance, and culture. This is where young creativity meets the road. Lucian Junior Carnival 2026. More than a festival, a movement for the next generation, where the future of Lucian culture begins.
Presented by Peter Malta. Who will be the 2026 Intercommercial Champion? On Thursday, July 9th, companies from across St. Lucia go head-to-head in a night of entertainment, creativity, and fierce competition at the National Cultural Center. Showtime, 8 p.m. Admission, $35. Tickets available at Steve's Barbershop. To sell outlets island-wide and online at fourcirclestickets.com. The rivalry is real. The competition is fierce. And the stage is set. Intercommercial Competition 2026. Feel the vibes. Embody the spirit. Lucian Carnival. Nothing sweeter than that. Presented by Bank of St. Lucia Limited.
Radio Caribbean International. The station that loves Carnival.
Morning, Teddy.
Good morning. Another good morning, Maureen. Another good morning. I hear you nicing up, liking up the release from CPMC.
Yeah,
Good
you have to
vibes.
appreciate, Teddy. We have to appreciate things of that sort. I mean, we don't have all the answers to things. Something arise, and we understand that. Okay, we didn't have provision for that.
Mm-hmm.
We accept that. It was a missight on our part. We didn't realize that was that 72 years of something running. You understand? These are new people sitting in the thing. I'm not making excuses for them. What I'm saying, the approach or the response would have made the difference for me, and I think I am happy with the response. That's it. You take accountability and you say, all right, we understand there is something that needs fixing. We're going to go in there and we're going to do what is necessary. I can appreciate that.
Well said, point taken. And we'll speak a little more. The research showing that there's some precedent when Consuelo Dupal, well-known pageant lady in St. Lucia, confirming that she has been involved in a tie in the famous and prestigious Haynes Caribbean teen pageant in St. Kitts. I saw it online that she, back in 2009, was involved in a tie and shed the crown with Miss St. Kitts.
Oh, really?
And then it happened in, yes, our own Consuelo DePaul shed a crown, a queen crown, pageant crown with Miss St. Kitts. They joined and shed the crowns throughout the year. It happened in St. Kitts 10 years later.
Oh, yes, I remember the St. Kitts, and then they made some adjustments to
Caribbean
it
culture, which is Caribbean culture. So twice in 10 years, St. Kitts had the same situation, sharing the crown. And in fact, that led to they're just about the only Caribbean country with proper rules for the carnival queen show. Check with the original neighbors that they don't have any such rule in place. You know, you just go. So in the end, in fact, what's important is lessons learned in the process. And the indictment could not be on only the present committee. It's been almost 80 years of that pageant, and at no point was there any rules to govern that. We want to make the point that Calypso, the rules do tolerate and accommodate a tie for the lower places. We have had and can have ties for the lower places. However, for the monarchy, for the first place, they're well ingrained in the rules, their provisions to break the tie. And so, in Calypso, for example, if there's a tie at the first place, the person with the most lyrics wins. And that's not arbitrary, that's ingrained in the rules. And similarly, down the line, according to the CMMC, in Groovy, the person with the best points for music will win if there's a tie in the first place. And in Power, the person with the best performance will win. So it's well ingrained in the Calypso rules, obviously from experiences through the past years. And so the tie in the lower places is quite okay under the Calypso regime, but not for the monarchy. As we said yesterday, there was a sharing of the crown for the prestigious international soca monarch, Marshall Montano and Super Blue shared the crown back in 2013. There was also a tie in Trinidad and Tobago at the Calypso level for the Calypso monarch, that two persons shared the crown. Just lessons learned as we go through, and to ensure that things are in place. One thing I struck me in the release, and in speaking, I avoided speaking too much on that publicly. I just thought so much information and misinformation and speculation. Persons keep insisting, why didn't they break the tie? You absolutely legally cannot. You'd be crazy if there's no provision in the rules to go and arbitrarily choose. What do you choose to break the tie? It cannot be so arbitrary. It's insane to think you just decide on the spot. So I have tied with somebody with most points, and then you arbitrarily decide to use something out of the blue to break the tie.
I could sue you. I'm suing you.
No, but they would be sued. You cannot. Unless the rules had prescribed that and stated that ahead of time, you could not even go there. So the question of why didn't he break the tie after the fact is just not very sensible as a suggestion. Once it was not in the rules, it had to be in the rules ahead of time. And so lessons learned as we go forward. We're moving towards the big competitions. Arthur Ale joining us in just a bit. After Elijah Ale, TC Brown will be here to join us. Intercommercial, it continues with the action as we build up to the succession of competitions. One, we go towards the Intercommercial, the big one. They call it the biggest staff party, the world's greatest staff party. All the staff from different companies joining us in our action. Welcome to Linus Cadet, Terry Cadet, TC Brown, artist, musician, now 10th owner, businessman in his own right. TC Brown joins us in the chair. TC Brown decided, well, all fellas making money out of arts and culture. Let me own a 10. Let me own a 10 too, boy. No, but I support that TC. You giving you feeding the art for 1 year.
That is a good introduction to wake me up, boy.
Fellas who never sing a song, own tent and thing, you know. And I gain a slice too.
I was expecting that when you killed me.
I own and earn a slice, you know. Blaze Barry and I give our payout dues already. So we in that too, you know. Good morning, Chalo. I wasn't referring to you, but
I wasn't expecting that to kill me there, boy.
TC Brown now part a tent owner, and I like to see the growth in the KPT. That's important year after year. We'll speak on that too. But going through the competitions, Intercommercial, the big lime, TC, you know, miss that one is a fantastic lime. In and out, big screen outside, we lime in. And the vibes non-stop. Ernie defending his crown. Ernie is Mr. Personality, Mr. Castries. He could be the mayor of Castries, but really well. Every block know Ernie, every store know Ernie. And so he brings in the crowds. They're trying to beat him. He's won twice. And all the companies ready. The Teachers Credit Union, Workers Union, Banca St. Lucia, SLDB, IBS, KM2. they all there and join in the fray. We move the following night, boy, TC Pressure.
Yep.
Soca Monarch, the big one in the big yard, one of the most open ones in years, very open in power and groovy. I'm going to see who will in fact win that crown, defending Desrel in the power and Nerdy in the groovy. All guns trained on them and looking forward to see how that turns out on that night. You're expecting a bumper crowd for a very exciting Soca Monarch Friday night. Saturday night is the turn of the Monarchy, the Calypso Monarch. Again, very open. Everyone can, in fact, put the best foot and impress the judges. That's on Saturday, we all go in. And then Sunday is Panorama, the family event. Just like the Kiddies Carnival, well placed on a Sunday for everyone to enjoy. And we're looking forward to a big turnout with these events. We want the support for both Kiddies and the Panorama as we go forward. The Monday night is a big one. King and Queen of the Bands, the font and the basis of artistry. All the bands are multiple entries, lots of entries again this year in the King and Queen of the Bands, all anchored by the big band DYP Penn and his troops with all the leading artists. It's been a big highlight of King and Queen. Penn is there again with DYP, and he has marshaled all the top artists to have a thrilling, entertaining night. That's on Monday over at the Sab. Bumper weekend. After that, we go Wednesday night of next week. The Vibes. Remember that TC last year?
Yep.
The celebration, the showcasing of Denry segment was a huge success, massive crowd. Get your tickets early. All the Denry segment artists, all coming from overseas, all those based overseas, are coming in along with all the trending ones. This resurgence over the last year or two of a new wave of Denry, Tally Boy and the crew. Tension and them bring a new energy to Denry segment along with the likes of Mighty. Even By Gas is coming back.
New venue, which is good too.
A new venue in Hatter Rodney Bay.
Yeah, man.
Exodus coming back, By Gas.
Imagine that.
Exodus original, that's a big tune. He'll be there. So a big line next in the Carnival week, Wednesday Carnival week. We going in Rodney Bay with the Vibes. Lots to look forward to as we continue. But the focus here, TC Brown is here to explain why he's not to be taken lightly in this Calypso Monarch competition. Before that, we have a treat. They say ladies first. Reddy is one of the contenders, a perennial finalist. She's very much there this year. And we go in Reddy. We probably do a little mix as we do in the artists between the Miku and the other one sign up. A Reddy mix. Ready mix that song. Ready. I give it to see a line there, boy. They tell me that'll be a night of Pekong ahead. You see, for us sharpening the Pekong tools. The Pekong won't be easy in that final as well. So we're looking for a mix of Ready between the Miku and also the sign up.
You ask for, cause you might suddenly get it. When all your life you go regret it. In confidence you wish for power. Jeppy don't ring the bell, but by the first nail it was over. Plenty licks too much to recover. A servant wash you off and when the ring licks like hell say me good to sell. Empty promises, tricks and lies. We don't tolerate abuse of office, frauds in disguise. Mama guy, we cannot let family and friends before us. The electorate, and that is why before last Christmas we made no mistake. Earringy, be good, be good. Now BJP wish for a clean sweep. With his message red is the mood. All 17 he wanted to keep. Your party tension, Miku suit. Some people line to lead the labor ship. Sean Musa and Ernest still here. Don't forget the two independents. People Patrick and the Blue King. To believe that they have competence. Sitting there silently on defense. To get your chele by your swing the day in the wing patiently wait. Empty promises, tricks and lies. We don't tolerate abuse of office, frauds in disguise. Mama guy, we cannot take family and friends before us. The electorate, and that is why before last Christmas we made no mistake. Hearing good night.
One of the competitors in the finals, contenders, of course, Desrel, defending the crown in Calypso, his camp, saying that the preparation, we spoke to them early yesterday, very, very ready in preparation, coming to defend the title, as is the case in his Soca Monarch title. We're wishing all the artists the best and everybody giving the strong defense, and may the best person on stage win in the end. We were speaking, we mentioned a few lines in there. We already pulled out the Miku Sud line in there, where the play, the Creole word Miku Sud, he sets the stage well, saying that the Prime Minister wanted all 17 seats, but he forgot Miku Sud, meaning Miku South, but also that Miku is deaf, Sud being deaf in Patois. It's a nice line, and we said there were quite a few. Somebody met me outside the customs, and so they hadn't picked up, they had not picked up that at all in the line. They heard the song, but they hadn't realized that play on words Miku Sud. And so, as I say, that's why the recordings are important, because sometimes in the noise and in the cauldron of the cultural center, liming, laughing, singing, the noise, they don't always pick up all the lines and the nuances. So the recordings are easy to digest properly, all the play on words and the word craft used by the different writers. TC's here, we'll get to TC. There's quite a lot of nice wordplay, and one of the compositions dictates that Suku and TC in combination would have had to play on words. The English teacher one, it demands that, it calls for that, the play and the use of words. Good morning to Suku, Augustine again. We speak to on that partnership between Suku and TC, and how important these partnerships are, getting the right person to interpret and convey the song. But the other composition from Ready, as we get ready to welcome Alpha Ala in just a bit, of Soca Maestro. He has re-entered the competition. We'll speak on that, and looking forward along with Intercommercial and lots more. But now we go to the second tune from Ready in this year's final.
hours of day. Carry 7,000 per year. Let's wash her, she choose the bill and abortion. Push her population now getting older. Crime and disease burden weight on she shoulder. Blood pressure so high she cannot breathe. More expensive, so let the baby live. Yes, please let them live. Sign up. Don't need nothing much to register. And the father from PMC, a valid pregnancy. Go check and sign already. 1,000 tax free. Easy money. Sign up today. Sign up. Don't wait. Sign up. Fast. Problem back then, making too many children, too much strain on the system, prison, school, and hospital. But today it not, so baby numbers way below. Situation getting situation. So I'm sending out this relation. Sign up now to reverse the situation. Please adopt the pro-life narrative. Think positive. Just let the babies live. Check and sign already. 1,000 tax free. Easy money. Sign up today. Sign up. Don't wait. Sign up. Let me send you good night.
Yes, discussion off mic. I can say off camera, you're on camera right the interesting carnival and the discussions leading to it, always very interesting and perspectives. Lessons learned is the key I keep using.
Yes.
To use the lessons and move forward and improve and to put things in place. As I said, clearly the lessons learned at Calypso, the Calypso Soca fraternity have put rules in place to deal with situations, for example, like the tie. And again, someone was unclear, so I'm repeating for the purpose of the public what we said earlier. One, that the Calypso and Soca competitions, the rules and the regime accommodate ties down to the lower places, but for the monarchy, for the first place, if there's in fact a tie, you revert. In the case of Calypso, the person with the most lyrics would win. That would break the tie. In the case of groovy soca, the music, and in the case of power soca, the performance aspect would be distinguishing. So there are elements are chosen to break the tie in the case of the music. Also, for our history, always for our elucidation and education, Consuelo Dupal, well-known pageant contestant, organizer, impresario, has confirmed that she was involved in 2009 representing St. Lucia and St. Kitts as the Miss Caribbean Teen Youth. She did share the crown for the whole year with Miss St. Kitts. As in that case too, there was no provision for tiebreaker, so it has happened in a pageant in the Caribbean. It happened again 10 years later in St. Kitts in 2019 when two persons shared the Miss Caribbean Culture crown again in St. Kitts Nevis. It happened there. Also in Trinidad and Tobago, there has been a sharing of the crown in Calypso through the years. And also we have cited from yesterday the famous one with Marshall Montano and Super Blue in 2013 with Super Blue Fantastic Friday, remember? Iowa had one too. There was one if Iowa, the sharing of the crown when the points were identical at the end. So there has been precedent. No reason, no excuse for not putting things in place. But it is not as unprecedented, unheard of as some people were alluding to. There have been situations in the Caribbean where it has happened. And a check with the regional neighbors, as we said earlier, showed that a number of people, a number of countries do not have rules like us, do not have rules to deal with that. They simply have gone with judges and the criteria. Yeah. Of course, the probability of that happening is 1 in a trillion. It has happened in the Caribbean.
That trillion came here.
It came. But you know, that's what makes Carnival special. They talk about. I saw a number of issues over the week developing, and that Queen show got a lot more reaction than any such thing. But people are passionate about the Carnival and the Queen show, which is why we advocated here, and certainly for all who have heirs at the organizing committee, the ministry, the minister, when the idea was floated with about pay-per-view for the Queen show. I remember we were adamant in our respective forum, allow the people, let the people watch the Queen show. There's no pay-per-view, but already a lot of money spent on Carnival from the government. Allow the grandmother in Pave, the lady in Bexon, let them watch the Queen show. There's no pay-per-view or anything. So already it's a small venue. We already seeing too many events are inaccessible to the grassroots. Allow the people at Queen Show. And Solutions very, very passionate about the Queen Show. The online, the viewing audience on TV, and very, very significant. So I'm happy that the country shared in it, and they've shared their views. And respectfully, as Maureen hinted, very respectful, responsible response from the CPMC outlining, not being overly defensive or making excuses, and simply stating the facts. That is the way we're supposed to go. And so lessons learned, well done at the level of the press release, the CPMC, and I'm sure, as they said, working on the different areas that need to be worked on. And we always be careful not to let that cloud the good work like the school tour and like the road tour and other things that have gone on, not to lump it all together and bash the organization going forward. Anyway, we're not bashing, we have TC Brown.
Yeah, man. We can't make rules as we go along, you know, we have to.
And of course, that point, we said it earlier, Maureen, but it bears repeating.
Absolutely.
It will be insane and illegal to, after the fact, once the rules don't provide for a tiebreaker, to arbitrarily choose something to bring the tie. It would be crazy that somebody's lawyer would be laughing all the way to the bank. You cannot choose after. If the rules don't provide for a tiebreaker, you cannot decide after the fact. And from the CPMC hinting that the auditors, from the Director of Audit in Government, who do the auditing of all the national events, will clear in the message, you are not touching any tiebreaker. The rules don't provide. So there's no possibility of doing that.
I heard someone say they should just flip a coin, man. Flip a coin.
Rock, paper, scissors.
I remember my lawyer partner tell me, boy, you know that could reach to the Supreme Court. You know?
Flip a coin. Earl Huntley had a very, in all the motion and the thing on Sunday, in the middle of it, Earl Huntley calmly said, he said it's an experienced man overseas through processing. He said had they gone in and adjust any results there, you'd see some of the same people. Like if their favorite person Marine was the one that dropped out, then you'd hear the noise. The same people who say but we're going through TC Brown. We'll not be bashing it. He's not a basher, but I'm sure a little subtle peacock might come through. I will be surprised if a little peacock comes through on the big stage.
I can't say it haven't been passing through my head.
A little peacock. Yeah, that's not the forte of Ian Suku, but the little peacock line.
I would lie if I say the thought didn't pass my head.
Situations coming through. And so Saturday night is something to look forward to. Arthur Ale, as those of you viewing would have noticed, Arthur Ale is very much there. The two big names in our arts and culture in St. Lucia, T.C. Brown and also Elijah Ale, I like to call him. That is his name, Elijah. Arthur is the middle name? Illegal. The great Arthur. And two gentlemen, Maureen, as you say, in the deportment, in the personality, in the thing, the humility, very much respected in our arts and culture. But that's applauded from me wouldn't win TC Brown any extra points on Saturday, so let's not TC Brown, you've been there before. 1999, your big breakthrough year, you came through with the crown. As I said, remember that front page of you and Bachelor, the voice proclaiming you as a breath of fresh air, a double dose of fresh air in the Calypso. It's been now, what's our calculation? You're now in 27 years, boy? Woo.
Yeah, 27 years. I remember speaking with Bachelor about that. He himself couldn't remember
Yeah,
You
99,
know, how
99.
time flies.
Yeah.
And I was under your 10 as well, yeah.
Just before, that's the year they changed Carnival. That's a big magical year. The year they changed
99.
they changed to the Summerfest to July. So, and as I keep saying, that's a magic. Everything was good. Every song was a hit. That Carnival was magical.
It was an amazing
as you said,
introduction.
the two big carnivals, 99 and 2007. When the carnival shot up, not unrelated to the $1 million. The first time it got $1 million. TC Brown, you said the feeling compared to how you started, how you've sustained. You took a little break about 2015,
about the 3
years. A little break, and then I remember that meeting at CDF. You and Solange were convinced. You all got a forum. You all vented. Let's say I'll come back now. You know. Tell me how it's feeling, how you've sustained through the years.
Well, it's really been a learning process for me, you know, and even in the years I decided not to go on stage, you know, so I'm not surprised after coming back because there's not only so much you could do. That's really the biggest stages in St. Lucia, you know. Carnival stage is the biggest stage we have in St. Lucia, and for the 3 years, you know, I still involved but in the back, right? You know, still doing recordings and watching Calypsonians on stage. You know, and I did miss it. I did miss it for the time. But for the years, it's really been a learning process, you know, how you work on the craft, how you know, get better, you know, when you're in a position now to have more control of what you bring to the stage rather than you just being bounced off here and there, you know, a writer give you a song there, a writer give you a song there, and you're really trying to find yourself. I think it reached a point now where I'm more comfortable in the material that I bring forward to the people, and it's just growing, you know.
Yeah. The interesting is that this is kind of for the period. You have a solid partnership now with Suko Augustine for about 4, 5, 6 years. The time flies. About that.
Yeah, about
Tell
that.
us,
somewhere around there.
In the interim, you did have a big hit. Where are they now with
Face Calix? Actually, started with Face Calix.
Did you stay with him in this?
For a few years, stayed with him. I dabbled in a lot of my own writing as well. The late Dylan Pitkin, I did 1-2 of his songs as well. I did 1-2 of Peely's songs as well.
Ambassador's man.
Yeah, you know. So you know, throughout the years, I tried a lot of my own writing as well. Now settled down with the great Suku, which is I think that's where the real TC Brown, you know, I think really coming out now. You know, that relationship I have with Suku. So it's way up there. It's way up there with him now.
Yeah, double the writers always, and people speak of the combination. Either you get material from different writers, but there's a strength. One of the past judges was alluding a strength in getting a solid partnership where you get a kind of synergy and symbiosis between writers. Have you felt that with Suku?
Indeed. You know, as well, what it did was it gives me the opportunity to really create that music that I want. You know, I feel more part of the development of the song as well. You know, in the past, most of the writers, they probably give me a melody, you know, point me in a direction in the music and all that. But what's been happening between Suko and myself is really, he gives me the lyrics, you know, somewhat of an idea of, you know, how he feels it. Right. You know, I would record that and I would really go back home and try to find the sense, the musical sense out of it, you know, and shape it up to suit me.
So you'd give you an idea of the melody you'd prefer.
And all that, you know.
A concept in his...
yes, you know.
And then you'd go and do the actual...
Find it, I have to go and find it, I would have to go...
The phrasing.
A lot of the time, to his surprise, when I bring it back to him, I say, well, Suko, well, that is what... he's like, why? Boy, that... You know, but a lot of it is in there. But he himself don't even know that that melody is in there. So you really have to go back, listen to the recording of him singing it, how he feel it, and try to really make it a TC Brown song.
Yeah, TC Brown, you say about finding yourself. For a number of years, I've cited here, you one of the few, along with Cupid, Melissa Moses, respect to her, a massive contribution, I keep saying, on the program, and still very relevant, still on the edge and very competitive, is that you, a number of years, did the treble. You did Suka, Suka,
Power, Groovy, and Calypso. Minella, I think Minella did that as well.
She didn't do both Power and Groovy, but you're in. It was quite a lot then. Maybe a little scattered, a little spread.
Yeah, that's madness, man.
TC Brown.
That's mad, and I don't think I will ever try even attempt that again. You know, I always give this story when I did the last year. I think I did Power Soca. I was in the finals, and I came right after Mr. Undertaker, Bill Never Coffin. Mass up the place, flatten the place, dead. And I had this song, I coming in it, you know. So I decided to come in. I decided to come in on these little carts they use for golf carts.
Right, the golf
You know, my idea here, man, we gotta come through the crowd. So we come in it. So I remember coming through the crowd, you know. I come in it, rhythm going. And people then looking at me, watching me. I said, boy, what that man coming in? What that man think he coming in?
and you have to be brave, you still have to go.
You have to finish it, yeah.
But you all know the package.
And that clock ticking, I think, boy, I ain't finishing at all.
You just go and do what you have to do.
I ain't finishing at all.
I remember you actually announcing, boy, that is it. You know?
Yeah.
Thing. And you gave a good shot at the Groovy too. The earliest of Groovy, you were very much in there.
I saw when Groovy started to swing in a direction that wasn't favoring me, you know?
Yeah.
Because you coming in for a lot of lyrics and trying to be melody, singing and melody, and it was slightly changing in another direction. I remember Piper saying to me, boy, Brown, you still in them little boy thing. I came to a rehearsal once, you know, and I thought of that. I said, why, boy, Piper, that really wake me up, you know. So I decided, you know, maybe it's time to just ease up on that and allow the youths to do their thing, you know.
Yeah, we want to speak both as you and Arthur a little later in our feature. Arthur Allah is here to speak soca, his involvement, his return to the arena. We have Intercommercial. Good morning to Alice Mida and company, representing Credit Union, the Teachers Credit Union, and Portia Gustav, and lots of other action of Intercommercial. But we want to speak a little later on that movement from Groovy at Gaty and so where melody was concentrated, just intimate, you could already croon a song. Whereas when you move to the big arena from Saman Spark to Mindo Philip, now the Sab and Bousseju, you have to come hard. It's difficult to be over melodic and crooning. We want to speak on that a little later, how it has moved what Marshall calls is a hard groove. You kind of have to add some power and pace to the groovy in the big open space. But TC Brown, back to you on the Kaiso, that you comfortable now with your writer, but you in all of 27 years, when you look at an old recording of T.C. Brown, have you felt the groove, if at all? In what areas?
I think is the lyrics and the message, you know, and the connection with me to the song. I see it a lot when I go back in the recording. A lot of them was pretty surface to me, you know. Well, you have a song, you sing the song. You could sing, you sing the song, you know. But now I find that I'm more in tune with the music and the message as well, and that tends to show a little better on stage.
Right.
You know?
See, again on Vaval Central, we try to establish the thread. We've made the point and borrowed the terms. One, we've said that there's a reason the French call a singer like you conveying an interprète, meaning interpreter. It's about internalizing the song, feeling it, and then delivering it. Whereas you were alluding to in your earlier arena, you do what many people do. You were just reciting.
No connection. You just sing the song.
Just pick up. No internalizing of the song. You just reciting it. Good word.
And it comes out in everything you do. Your hand gestures, your movement on stage. You know how you slur the words. Everything. And that, I think that's what I really had to learn through time. And the connection with Suku really brought that together.
Yeah, and some artists do it well. The connection with the music, you could see by the antics, they know every bar, every note. They really know. And the point Face Calix made, I find that so precious from a little boy following Calypso. The real virtuoso talent, they have something called timing.
Yeah.
They can almost, the band could go try, make a mistake and they'll catch it again. It's just, the timing is so, whereas there's some people, they grab that mic for dear life, and if there's a little mistake in the band, that's disaster. They go on. And I find that distinguishes the real genius talent from ordinary artists and Calypso. Timing. A man like Ashanti and so really is very good. Tricky was very good at that too. The timing, you know.
I think it's really, really understanding your song and practice. You really have to get into it.
Yeah, and a little gift
so
of
come.
for music and timing and rhythm.
Yeah.
Some people have a gift for that.
Yeah.
Good experience too.
Yeah.
We with C.C. Brown. Let's take a listen to the first of his compositions for the season. He has the English teacher and also Jordi Apaye. Let's go with Jordi Apaye.
KPT, it's our 5th anniversary. Good to see you. Kaiso. Our choice was clear. Now let's be united. To whom much is given, much is expected. Mr. Pierre, though the victory was stunning, you never glowed. You hit the ground running. Be mindful how fickle politics is. Focus and fulfill campaign promises. Once you continue to deliver, rest assured we will be in your corner. Your past deeds are now irrelevant. What you doing now, that's important. On current form, you'll be judged, Mr. Pierre, so just perform basket. Johnny Paye, Monsieur Pierre, Johnny Paye. Southfair, Southwest, just Baba no Paye. Pushaye glow, Ek Boudan, Bugosiwo. Johnny Paye, Monsieur Pierre, Johnny Paye. Même laine qui bat chez blanc, caille bat chez noir. Depuis ça ou promet, nous est fait. Monsieur Pierre toujours, nous caille ici pour nous. Mais si vous pas délivrer ou espérer, même langue qui bénit, caille maudit, juste fait nous contents, et pousser nous devant. Nous pas caille ni, raison pour pas autant. Johnny Paye, Johnny Paye, Monsieur Pierre changé, Johnny Paye. Kaiso, from the heart to my PM. Yeah. Listen. DJ Cell and Flow, Lucilec and Wasco, banks, insurances, supermarkets also. Where are the government regulators to protect consumers from those predators? The DPP and special prosecutor have not delivered what we pay big dollars for. Nowadays, in less than 5 years, public officials become millionaires. Call on the Integrity Commission. They come at us, missing in action. Get on the ball. It's your call, Mr. Pierre. No to bubble. Basket. Johnny Paye. Johnny Paye. Monsieur Pierre. Johnny Paye. Southfair. Southwest. Just bubble no Paye. Pushaye glow. Ek Boudan. Bugosiwo. Johnny Paye. Monsieur Pierre. Johnny Paye. Même laine qui bat chez blanc, caille bat chez
speaking of TC Brown, one of the finalists, a 10th leader, and certainly a stalwart in our calypso and indeed music, carnival music art form. The TC, the bilingualism there, the Creole and the English, a number of times the formula to go the English in the verse, but certainly the chorus leading with nice Creole phrases. I didn't know you. I thought I knew well. I don't know you and Creole to be such good friends.
Even my writer didn't know that too. Yet he stretched me.
I see. I didn't know on the Creole. Got some strong lines. There's some rich Creole lines
it's
and phrasing that you need
real folklore.
And that has been one of the trademark of Suku, using it effectively. Of course, the likes of Educator before that. Jatin is writing early a strength of our St. Lucian composition and writing, using the Creole rhythm influences, but also in the lyrics. They don't do it just gratuitously, just line for Creole sake. There's some rich lines.
It really works. Really works.
When you look at Educator, I said Derek Walcott's supposed to have big respect for that all Creole song that Educator.
That's a classic.
It's not just Creole, it's the richness of the turn of phrase, really powerful writing, you know?
It's a classic,
TC Brown, the finals, you're looking forward to it. They tell us what we're expecting from TC Brown coming through. This time, you have placed, second the last 2 or 3 years?
Yes.
That's a life of the second man. Huh?
Yeah, but again, finals is not one to be taken lightly. I mean, it's really 10 of the best. It's not 10 people that just throw in there. It's really 10 of the best, and they all coming with the same intention to go walk away with the crown. And we know different, putting everything together so that we could really put on a good show on Saturday. You must have heard by now. I'm starting the show number one, a number a lot of people tend to be afraid of. But we'll take the challenge on. We'll hit it head on. I see it as an opportunity to really to set the bar, and that's the intention I'm going there with. To really do it the best way I know how to do it. Put my foot down and put the bar someplace. Maybe the rest might not be able to follow.
Yeah. The one song I remember, you're known for in your Caribbean, the Pan Man, the Pan Calibration, the Pan song, the Shining and Pan Time, and so that I miss a lot, the TC Brown song.
I kind of miss that as well too.
That song you won with the
Rise and Shine,
Rise and Shine,
top 2001.
Controversial indeed. Morgie wanted to mash up your trophy.
That was
a hot year. People thought the songs were too simple to win a crown. Remember?
Yep.
Wrong with that. And a Pan song, in a crown, you have this heavy commentary, big lyrics. To win.
That coming in,
That's a well-written song, that Rise and Shine.
Shining, that was a classic.
Check Mr. Brown, he ain't got one.
This thing we take for granted, someday we'll find it elsewhere instead. United we stand, divided we fall. Let's take it to this wake-up call. Tell me what is really sweeter than pan. See this art form as a part of God's plan. Pan man, time to wake up. Pan woman, time to move up. Beautiful song, good melody,
Shining
good music.
A good combination at the time too, very good combination at the time as far as that's concerned. We leaving TC Brown on the note, we're running our English teacher, TC Brown, before we go on to Alpha Ale and then to the competitors in intercommercial, starting with Portia and Alice from the Teachers Credit Union. We're going with English teacher.
This one is dedicated to my English teacher. Suku, where you? How you doing? Help me. Rule Britannia, your language rules the waves. When come to global communication, English language is second to none. William Shakespeare and Derek Walcott used the language as a global passport. For Britain it is a weapon of stealth to conquer, spread influence and gain wealth. English teacher, better results you'll see when your class is a fun place to be. Plenty words, same spelling and sound, different meaning, verb and noun I found. Like the scars they bear, they got from a bear. The same dog
lady on a holiday.
English teacher.
Yeah.
English teacher.
More fun in class. More children will pass.
English teacher. English teacher.
More humor and laughter. Grades will get better. Rule Britannia. Your language rules the ways. Have patience. It's not the children's fault. Learning proper English is quite difficult. The onus is on us, the adults, to help the youth achieve better results. The modern media have us under the cosh, daily feeding us English that's hogwash. English teacher is the stress, help the youth relax with Scrabble puzzles, riddles and wisecracks. A champion boxer knows his blows. When he catches a pole, he blows his nose. Something I heard you may find absurd. A fly could fly, but a bird cannot bird. If a bachelor is a single man, tell me, how can a married woman get a bachelor degree? The captain asked the first mate, is the ship on course? The first mate replied, Captain, of course. You choose to gamble in a soup. Make sure there are no cheaters close to you. Who's male, who's female? I can't answer this. All I know, woman must have balls to play tennis.
English teacher.
Yeah.
English teacher.
More fun in class. More children will pass.
Interesting, the combination TC Brown and Sukwan. I just noted there are about 3 sub-themes in that song. He deals with here in England using English as a tool for colonialism.
Yeah.
He's talking about the wrong approach to instruction of English, and then, of course, the funny structure of English language. Final was TC Brown.
Well, encourage everyone to really come and find your spot at Calypso Finals. It's the biggest stage for Lucian acts in St. Lucia, if you ask me. Again, I'm going on at number 1, so you don't want to miss the movie. You want to be there real nice and early. It's going to be something. I think again, 10 of the best Calypsonians is really the opportunity to really put the final seal on the songs and the performance. So it's really going to be something on Saturday. I encourage everybody to come out and be at the SAB. If you can't be at the SAB, tune in. For sure, it's going to be live. So tune in and take it where you can.
Thanks, TC Brown. Respect you. We're looking forward to a grand finals. We're going to the time check and coming back with Intercommercial, Alice Portion Company, and lots more to join us. And also Alpha Ale, the big man, Mr. Groovy Soca, the best performer of Groovy Soca, along with Sly. And who else again? There's somebody else that's really good now. Sly and Alpha is the best performers of Groovy Soca in the Caribbean. You know that?
Yeah,
nobody.
yeah, no, I'm not
asking anybody.
I gave
There's
him that.
nobody in the Caribbean performing a Groovy Soca better than
I give
Alpha
him that.
and Sly, as far as that's concerned. Maureen, your time check and we're coming back.
Certainly. It's now 9 o'clock, and that time check is made possible with the compliments of Ferrens Ice Cream.
For something special, something good, something tasty, something smooth. When I think about all the flavors I can savor, I gotta have Ferrens Ice Cream.
I wanna have, I need to have a flavor that makes me glad. But the way I feel, it must be Ferrens Ice Cream. Chocolate coated ice cream bars, cream sippers, I gotta have. Give me some fast free yogurt, I need
Ferrens Ice Cream.
Ferrens Ice Cream.
It's so delicious. Ferrens Ice Cream.
Ferrens
Tastes so good. Ferrens Ice Cream. Oh, I gotta have it. That's only the best will do.
Ferrens Ice Cream, bringing back delicious memories.
The stage is set for one of the most spectacular events of Lucian Carnival. Join us for free on Monday, July 13th for the National King and Queen of the Bands Competition 2026 at the SAB Fiji. Experience breathtaking costumes, incredible performances, and unmatched creativity as the bands battle for Carnival glory. entertainment by DYP and some of St. Lucia's leading soca artists. Showtime 8 p.m. at the SAB in VG. For absolutely free. National King and Queen of the Bands 2026. Feel the vibes. Embody the spirit. Lucian Carnival. Nothing sweeter than that. Presented by Bank of St. Lucia Limited.
Who's a little man with a lot to offer? He is the Harris Benz man who sells the best for ladies in so many colors. He is the Harris Benz man for a better pay and a better price. Check the little man for some self-advice. If you're raining inside, outside, you'll be satisfied when you use Harris Benz. If you're raining inside, outside, you'll be satisfied when you use Harris Benz.
The crown is up for grabs. And the battle lines are drawn. Bank of St. Lucia Limited presents the National Calypso Monarch Final, Saturday, July 11th, 8 p.m. at the SAB in VG. Desrell defends his title in a lyrical clash as Educator, Herb Black, John Gotti, Lucian, Minel, Reddy, DC Brown, and Wally step to the mic in a war of words and wisdom. Advanced regular tickets $60, $80 at the door. VIP tickets $150. No door sales. Get yours now at the Cell Outlets Island-wide, Steve's Barbershop, or online at fourcircletickets.com. Feel the vibes. Embody the spirit. Lucian Carnival. Nothing sweeter than that. Powered by Bank of St. Lucia Limited.
Oh, I've got this feeling to high five the sun, dance in the rain, and have my scoop of fun. I'm on my way to flavor my day with something new, and I've got room for you. Let loose and live a little, get close and share a little, give in and taste a little. You'll fall in love with creamery novelties of life and live a little. Get close and share a little, give in and taste a little. You'll fall in love with creamery novelties.
Enjoy Creamy Novelties Ice Cream, distributed by Ferrens Foods. Live a little.
We ready for the road. We ready for the road. We first national. Your next move bold. We ready for the road. We ready for the road. We first national. Your next move bold. Get ready for your next ride with the drive ahead from First National Bank. Enjoy up to 100% financing and rock bottom interest rate on new vehicle loans. Because we're not only here for you, we're driving ahead with you. For the road, we First National Bank. Your next move bold. Visit one of our partner dealerships, any First National Bank branch, or firstnationalbankonline.com today. Promotion runs through November 30th. Terms and conditions apply.
St. Lucia, are you ready? Bank of St. Lucia Limited presents the National Groovy and Power Soca Monarch Finals. Friday, July 10th at 8 p.m. live on the SAB in Fiji. It's going to be pure bacchanal. Can Imran Nuddy hold on to the groovy?
Have your food, but mind you want to use polite.
Can the duo Desral and Jardel hold on to the power?
Boy, when you get in the car, you have to wash the car.
2 crowns on the line. One unforgettable night. Advanced regular tickets $60, $80 at the door. VIP tickets $150. No door sales. Get them now at the Cell Outlets Island-wide, Steve's Barbershop, or online at fourcircletickets.com. Feel the vibes. Embody the spirit. Lucian Carnival. Nothing sweeter than that. This event is powered by Bank of St. Lucia Limited.
RCI 101 #1. We love Carnival.
We're back and we're speaking with Afa Ale ahead of speaking with intercommercial competitor Portia Gustav with her manager, guide Alice Mida, well-known Madam Mobilizer, the best mobilizer ever in the history of the Teachers Union. I can say that. She's really very effective and very powerful as far as mobilizing troops among teachers. We're going with Elijah Afa-Ale. Elijah, you're back.
I'm back.
Thaddeus teasing you. Thaddeus said you're unretired.
Retirement on pause.
Yeah. You put the retirement on pause. You agree, Beats? You come back, your partner, Afa. After, tell us what condition that decision?
Well, a few things. Well, as we mentioned before, the Soca Monarch is a huge platform. As much as I particularly don't like competing, you know, because the whole rivalry between not just the artists but the supporters as well, you know, it kind of turned me off a bit. But for me, I see it as a chance to go out there. Apart from Color Mirror, that's my only time I can go out there and deliver a great performance. So I'm looking to go out there and just, you know, sell myself, because there's eyes on us during Soca Monarch. And what else to do? You know, right now, I've realized stepping out of the competition to, you know, just you kind of get lost in the mix. So it's like your only chance to really make back on your investment too, because you spend so much during the season, and you don't really get that chance now to make back. You know, so there's a lot of reasons that went into it, and for me, I do see it as, you know, something that I want to continue doing for a very long time per se. But for now, I don't see no reason why not. And I mean, there are people who tell me, boy, if I stay out of that, you don't win already. It's not really about winning alone for me. If I win, great, I'm going for the victory. But my focus is not on Soca Monarch. My intention this year when making music was all about doing music on a standard that can continue pushing me out there to go out, travel, reach new markets, and Soca Monarch doesn't prevent me from doing that. So just continuing
it does help.
It does help.
It's a spotlight.
To some extent, it's a spotlight. It gives you a chance. People here, they can tune in. They see, oh, this person plays in Soca Monarch. They go to search your music. There's always a spike in my streaming after Soca Monarch. You know, so there's no reason for me not to, other than me personally taking the decision. So I don't believe in telling any artist like, oh, you should retire or Papa Vida should stop. Nah, man. That once you're able to and you're willing to. When I stepped back a few years ago, it was because I personally felt that I didn't want to do it anymore. It was too much stress, you know, and it is a bit still stressful, but pushing through nonetheless.
I guess a little freshness having taken the pause of
like for example, last year I didn't have to do anything. It was Ricky T's performance. I just to come and support him. Their team handled everything, and it was one of the best times for me because I didn't have to think about, you know, not much. Just music wise, I was there doing with the arrangement, and that was it. You know, but for me, 7 times, boy, that's one of the most stressful times too. And it was also a time when I was doing my event, so it was double trouble.
That event that we won't talk about too much.
But let's not talk about that too much.
That event, big up Soufre. For you make me laugh. After came on that program, Maureen, only cry after I cry. The problem. After say he's a big promoter, but I felt learn lessons so much.
You live and you learn, you know.
So, after, as you say, going forward with the competition and back, and the lead up to it too, it must be a strange feeling as a stalwart artist, just not being relevant and getting currency in your festival. It's going
right, exactly. And you can't downplay that. I see some people try to downplay it on social media and be like, oh, nah, man, we have to realize that it's very much a big part of our culture and something that is hard to take away from the people. If you're not in Soca Monarch, they generally do not tune in, and you have to really, and it's not an excuse, but you kind of have to put in way more work. I've seen others get lost in the shuffle. They irrelevant, you know, and it is a platform that gives you some sort of relevancy, and relevancy is currency in our industry, so we can't ignore that. So
you're right. And I mean, we spoke with Shemi J. He told us about how he felt being out of the competition and out of the mix, and we've had that conversation with Teddyson every time he steps in here. It is triply difficult. Relevant to currency. With you being out,
you fade into obscurity. People forget about you like you.
I tell people down to the practical example of some program directors from quarterfinals. When they go to the semi-final list, it's pinned up on the board ahead of the announcers, and then they go rotation. So here are the qualifiers for semi-finals,
and that's it.
Rotate. You're not in that semi-final.
You out.
Finals. You get a little. If Beach feels sorry for you, you play once.
Even him last year, when you see the rhythm, the power rhythm, if say less and the others. When nobody of them get through and that song didn't compete. My song fall out of the rotation one time. And when my song came out, that was the most straight, the one, you know, because we did the fusion video. Boy, we've forgotten it, like nothing.
Reality, the Beats as a DJ not denying that. You stay out just to come on at your own risk.
You know?
So what can we look forward to going forward? The next few days.
Well, right. Well, being here, that's part of it. You know, promoting, making people know exactly. Hey, I'm up for the challenge, and I'm pushing hard. You know, my objective this year is to go out and represent my brand. You know, and hopefully whatever I do will be grand enough to give me another crown. I'm performing at number 7 to win my 7th title. Yeah. So it's sort of poetic,
right,
you know.
Yeah.
So let's see how it goes.
The song is a solid song.
And it's more than just a carnival song. You know, I did a lyrical breakdown as well on my social media just to get people an understanding. And because sometimes you listen to a song on the surface and that's it, you just dance, but you don't realize a lot of it that goes into it. You know, the English literature, the similes, the metaphors, the hyperbole, everything that goes into making a song stand on the people's minds. So hopefully that doesn't fly over the judge's head on Soca Monarch Night, and hopefully the music too can really sell it, because the production and put it on, you know, is something of a high standard, and hopefully when we go out there, people realize, boy, I still have it, you know, and it's a chance to push my legacy forward and give me an opportunity to continue doing what I'm doing. So I'm going to come out there and give 150%, and everybody has just come good.
The 150%, boy, I think of all your artists. One big factor for you, the last time we teased about it in here, the fitness factor on that massive stage.
Oh, yeah,
that stage like a whole plane.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you.
To cover that stage.
It's easy. Like, there's been times I come off stage and I literally fall to the ground because it's like, yeah, man, because like that 10 minutes on stage is equivalent to beating concrete in the sun for a whole day.
What?
It drains the life out of you, because a performance is a give and take of energy, and you give off your whole soul to the audience to just to get them to give that back to you. Yeah, man. So I practice on the treadmill. I sing and I run the treadmill just so I can have my cardio ready, you know. But again, experience is the best thing, you know. Just doing it, something that you do all the time, you know, it helps. So on the night you don't feel that winded, you know, exerting all that energy. So it's something I'm used to. Not so much so as I don't do the band thing as often, but I conditioned already. So.
Good point you're making there. You used to have your band Evolution, other bands and the hotel circuit. Now you do more solo gig on track, right?
Right, yeah.
So yeah, that edge of the band.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, the hotels has always been my training ground. You know, experience, nothing beats that. Just that chance to interact with audiences. So as an artist, if you're not in that position, you have to kind of create those opportunities for yourself. Whether you go by a karaoke or some other place where people can, you know, you can have that give and take of energies. That's the best way you can get better at this.
We touched with TC about that hard groove idea. The fact that we started the genesis of groovy in St. Lucia was the intimate GT, where you could croon and the nice voices. Use it a lot more difficult to do that.
For sure.
Over on that big stage of the sub. Somehow you all transition more to what Marshall aptly calls a hard groove.
Right.
With a little bit of pace on it, a little bit of power.
Definitely.
Tell us something about that.
That's important, because if you see you play a song, let's say at 115 BPM in a small band room, that energy now when you go into the big stage, that 115 gonna sound like a country and western. There is something about, I don't know what's the science behind it, but it just feels draggy, you know, and just the energy is not the same. So that's why sometimes DJs speed up songs when they play, just to give that extra vibe. And it can, in an intimate setting, for example, cultural center, a lot of times people get lost in that hype that they get at the cultural center. But on the big stage now, it takes more than just that. Your aura plays a big part, your confidence. You know, all these things help in really that energy, that transfer. Like you have to come out there commanding and almost like you have to fill the entire stage with your energy. And it's not just you being in that small position. It's something that, you know, again, experience, I think that's the only thing. Because in my earlier days, for me, it was a lot harder to get people to resonate with the people. But, you know, the more you build your confidence and, you know, you're sure about what you're doing on stage, that sometimes you need that drive to keep the vibe going. And boy, it's a magical thing. But on stage, when it works out and pulls off for you, you know, as an artist, you feel gratified that, hey, your work actually doing something and meeting people.
Yes, and I think you've been a good exponent as we go with Arthur. We're going to run a mix, a little teaser reminding them as Arthur sings over of the Feeling Irie and Dennis competition.
So yeah, my voice man, daddy. I just wake up. I did that thing last night at Grande with the delegates from that conference. CARICOM. Yeah, it was nice, man, real nice. Yeah.
You had Kamla dancing?
I was hoping to get a little one. I'm sorry, let me be diplomatic. Happy is a happy, oh yeah. I'm sweet, I ain't rich, but I'm blessed. So I'm feeling irate. Life sweet, I ain't I just want party. My bills and pay, so I'm okay. Hey, I ain't got gold and diamonds, but I'm grateful out there. My stress don't last. Once I got liquor in my glass, say, once I breathe in all of my family, okay. So when you see me jamming inside the party, being happy now is my priority. And when this up guy hit them his soul, the good vibes not to unfold. Nothing taking its feeling from me. So I say life's sweet, I ain't rich, but I'm blessed. So I'm feeling irate, I'm feeling irate. Life's sweet, I ain't rich, but I'm blessed. So I just want party, I just want party. You need a vacation, a temporary resignation. Tell the boss that we outside. Cause right now work on pause, and we jamming till the morning come. Can't work on pause. You need a vacation. Oh, nada. South there. Put up your hands, you need a vacation. A temporary resignation. Tell the boss that we outside. Cause right now work on pause. We jamming till the morning come. Can't work on pause. And we fetting till we see the sun. Can't work on pause. Right now work on. Hey, take a bounce RCI. I don't wanna hear about work. You can call me unemployed. I don't wanna hear about work. That kind of talk don't bring me joy. Tell the boss I'm out of range, and I'm spending all my change. Cause I done already paid. Oh yeah. All this stress really set. Pressure high go really set. Toxic vibes go really set. Come to jam. I tell my man. Too long kaka sabe. And nothing can kill the vibes. Cause right now work on pause. And we jamming till can't work on pause. And we fetting till we see the sun. Can't work on pause. See right now work on pause. And it's fet till the morning. And it's jam till the evening. Well, the fat can't done, the wine can't done, the drinks can't done, and it's vibes till the morning. Hey.
Alpha Ale, we call him Elijah Ale here.
Yeah, man.
If you know, you know. Alpha Ale, a big respect. You're certainly one of those to look at. Everybody saying.
Yeah, man. Everybody to look at it. This year we have a big lineup. We have four monarchs in the groovy.
Wow, and
you know.
Groovy of a high standard this year, boy.
Yeah, for sure,
some newcomers putting pressure.
Yeah.
And thing, and as you say, experience will count on the big
definitely.
stage. What I know for you all, the test is when the response not quite what you want for.
Right. You just go, you push. Not to panic, and just keep doing. Listen, most of my performances too have started that way. Like, you know, we come out a little rough. The crowd are really full there, but again, there's no points in the criteria for crowd support for Groovy Monarch. The audience, they keep forgetting that there's nothing there. So, but I usually let them grow into the song. So deliver the song properly. And when I come now, throw in the pecan. Let me tell you, pecan hot this year, so get ready for it. I hold him back.
What pecan rough?
Yeah, man, and you giving different elements, I'll raise the performance towards the end. Even Sly too, when he came with Damper Lucian, it was more towards the end where you really got the audience to really understand, hey, this is the song that I'm bringing forth. So, yeah, man, let's look forward to a great performance. I'm looking forward to it. Come out and support. I'm at number 7, going for number 7.
Good number.
Yeah, so.
Thanks, Alpha. Good luck. But know that you need luck. You have all the experience and the qualities. Alpha Ale, number 7, Soca Monarch. On Friday, the Sub-Man.
Yeah.
Alpha, I know the fans, the buses from Soufre line up. I know that.
Yeah, well, I haven't had any buses this year, but let me see how it goes. Yeah.
Well, no, as the foundation, I'm shouting for Soufre Foundation. Play a role, you know?
Play a role. Organize me, yeah.
What's another soil, Alpha?
Yeah.
Sam OJ.
And TMs.
And TMR. Buses for Alpha.
Organize, yeah, man. But we there. Friday, we coming to deliver and have a good time on stage and look forward to it, man. Big up yourselves.
Nice, Alpha.
Work on pause.
Right.
Nerdy after me, yeah. It's Slide, myself, Nerdy, then Keisha. So it's a back-to-back hit.
Pressure in the middle.
From there, let me tell you, it's pressure whole way.
That groovy, so when the crowd come early, the groovy is
come early, man.
And get that groovy. Thanks, Alpha.
Yeah, man,
and all the best, my brother. We're going through beats, give us a little rhythm, keep it going as we get ready for intercommercial. Portia, it's your show. Standing beach letter, the standing mic. That along with Alice Mida. Alice will stay a few words and she has to leave for an appointment. The credit union, Alice Mida, is a master mobilizer and organizer. Alice, you're doing credit union. Just stand and use the mic. Why are you? It was important for you for participation for your credit union to be part of this grand competition, Intercommercial.
Good morning, Teddy. You know I like Calypso. This is the first year that the St. Lucia Teachers Credit Cooperative is participating in the Intercommercial. I felt it was important to put the business out there, to put ourselves out there. And you know, teachers are dear to my heart. Although not all the members are teachers, but then we have a teacher who's participating, who's representing. And I think it's always good, it's always a bold move to put teachers at the forefront to show that teachers are creative and that we are all around us.
That's good that the credit union involved. I know you've been involved in the past in organizing the Grand Teachers Calypso, what 15 or so people taking part, and then we hope that show comes back soon. And also you've coordinated the teachers, so there are 2 reps for the teachers, and also you doing credit union. The response, you're expecting your members and fellow teachers to come out in numbers to support?
Of course, we know that members of the SLTCC and teachers on the whole are coming out in great numbers to support. We have our t-shirts, we have our credit union shirts, and we know that everybody is on board. One thing, teachers always support teachers. So whether it's SLTU, whether it's SLTCC, we support each other. So of course, just a reminder to all teachers, all members of the SLTCC to come out on Thursday to support Royalty P. Portia. We are ready. We are definitely ready.
Thanks, Alice. Well said. I know you have the appointment. You're free to leave us at any point. Let's hear from Portia now. Portia, Gustav, Maureen reminds me that you're known in another capacity. You are a well-known lady. Tell the public what you're known for in entertainment.
Okay, so good morning, everybody. Yes, I am the reigning Miss Plus World 2026, and Maureen has had me on here. So, what can I say? I'm known in pageantry, whether it be chaperoning, being an actual contestant, or even directing. And here I am for the second time in Intercommercial. Last year I did SLTU, and this year I am here representing the SLTCC.
So you're no newcomer to the stage?
Unfortunately.
You still have Big and Beautiful? You still have that show?
No, they don't do Big and Beautiful here anymore. No, I've never done it.
You did the plus, the name change now, the plus pageants, plus. What's the one you won, the world one?
Miss Plus World.
Plus World.
Yes.
Nice little name. Your participation, Teachers Calypso, you competed last year. This year, what you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to more support from our people again this year. Last year was really good. I realized that it doesn't matter what business people came from. They supported you and made you feel welcome, which is why the Intercommercial competition is known as the biggest staff party. So this year I'm expecting bigger and better.
Let's hear bigger and better. Be ready to run the track. Then she's going to sing over. The name of the track is?
Victims Cry.
Victims Cry.
Another young man gone down in Cicero, a disturbing pattern. All around the island is fear and panic, young men losing their lives too quick. Family shedding tears and nobody cares. It seems nothing can be done, like them fellas killing each other for fun. But it's not only the one on the pavement who casts the state of bereavement. Let us also consider the ones left to mourn after. So what about the victims who are left behind? The ones left behind to pay for the sins of crime. The ones who don't go 6 feet under but never truly recover. The ones who have to endure and bear the pain of not seeing their loved ones ever again. Oh,
explain to the children that daddy won't be there for them, and for the rest of their existence, they are victims of violence. TV cameras rolling in, trying to capture the scene while everybody talking, giving their take about what's happening. But when the camera's gone and crowd move along, the family still sits in pain, trying their best to lean on each other to stay strong. The lucky ones are left here to suffer with the burden still to remember. Let us also pray for them. Somebody please say amen. What about the victims who are left behind? The ones left behind to pay for the sins of crime. The ones who don't go 6 feet under but never truly recover. The ones who have to endure and bear the pain of not seeing their loved ones ever again. Or explain to the children that daddy won't be there for them, and for the rest of their existence, they are victims of violence. A daughter's joy was taken away. Domestic violence was at play on the 20th of May. What a sad, lonely that day. Young mother of one had no protection despite all of her attempts. We need a swifter response from our law enforcement. 'Cause despite a protection order, there were 2 victims to this murder, a deceased young mother and a distraught, grieving daughter. So let's think about the victims who are left behind. The ones left behind to pay for the sins of crime. The ones who don't go 6 feet under but never truly recover. The ones who have to endure and bear the pain of not seeing their loved ones ever again. Always say to the children that mommy won't be there for them, and for the rest of their existence, they are victims of violence.
I didn't really sing so well, Portia. You sing well, man. A strong vocalist. I didn't realize. I thought you were just dabbling in the thing, you know. So well done. And my message is confirming people are very impressed and wondering who is she. They ask me who is she. Vocalist Chalo and the other tent leaders. Boy, don't stick. Let Portia come in attend next year. Get her two good songs. Alice, well done. Portia, we're looking forward to a good show. A bumper crowd. Everyone gets your tickets at the cell. Also at the Steve's Barber Shop, of course, tickets available on the night to our biggest lime, one of the most enjoyable limes in Carnival, inside and out, big screen outside, liming, and also inside jam-packed action. Intercommercial, starting the bumper weekend on Thursday. We move on to Friday, Soca Monarch, Saturday, Calypso Final, Sunday, Panorama, Monday, King Queen of the Bands, anchored by DYP and all top artists, and of course, next Wednesday, the big Denry segment, D-Vibes, over in Rodney Bay, one of the biggest events last year, and all the visitors excited about it. They're joining us in celebrating our Denry segment. Mighty will be there. Tally Boy will be there. Exodus is back. Everybody joining the action. All the top artists will be on action. Looking forward to that. Tomorrow morning, bumper action on Vaval Central, 8 o'clock. Alice and Portia Sanks. See you tomorrow at 8 o'clock.
Okay, thank you.
Teddy, thank you. That's it. That's a wrap on us for today. We'll be back tomorrow, God's willing. A reminder that the Vaval Central was made possible with by the CPMC, the Carnival Planning Management Committee, also by the CMMC, and also by Creamery Novelty, and also we have First National Bank, and also Harris Baines. That's right. Tap into the Vaval. I don't know why they changed it, but we're there. We in that. Certainly we are in that. Certainly, guys, let's do it again tomorrow.
We're back! Vaval Central! Music, the happenings, interviews, and all aspects of Carnival. Vaval Central! Yeah! Vaval Central! 8 to 9:30 a.m. Monday to Friday with Teddy Francis and Tilacia. Vaval Central on the Caribbean Sound. Sponsored by the Carnival Planning and Management Committee, the Carnival Music Management Committee, Harris Baines, and Creamery Novelty. Vaval Central! Yeah!
It's the most anticipated Denry segment event of the season. Lucian Carnival